The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. The 4 Laws of Behavior Change, as the author of Atomic Habits would put it, provide a framework for building better habits. The first law, make it obvious, suggests that we need to make our desired behavior clear and visible. The second law, make it attractive, encourages us to find ways to make the habits we want to acquire appealing and enjoyable. The third law, make it easy, emphasizes the importance of making our desired behavior as effortless as possible. The fourth law, make it satisfying, highlights the need to create a sense of reward and accomplishment for completing the habit. Following these 4 laws can increase our chances of building lasting, positive habits. Law number 1, make it obvious. Most of our actions have become so automatic that we perform them unconsciously without even realizing it, since they are deeply ingrained in our subconscious. As a result, the cues that spark our habits become invisible, as we don't think about them even existing. To address this, we must first become conscious of our behaviors. James Clear advises us to do this by using a habit scorecard. Since one habit often triggers another, it's important to understand the sequence of your behaviors. By creating a list of your habits, you can identify which actions lead up to them and which ones come after. This will help you recognize potential cues and rewards for new desired behaviors. In addition, with this information, you can determine which existing behaviors can be used to trigger new habits. Ask yourself, are your current habits helping you reach your goals? And with that in mind, mark the habits as good, neutral, or bad. This will obviously be context and goal dependent. For example, if you're looking to lose body fat, habits that result in you consuming calorie-sparse foods will be bad. But if, on the other hand, you're bulking, some of those habits might be neutral or even good. Creating a visual cue is one way to make a new habit obvious. For example, let's say you want to start drinking more water. In that situation, you could place a water bottle on your desk or carry one with you wherever you go. This visual reminder will make remembering to drink water throughout the day easier. Another way to make a new habit obvious is to create a specific time and place for it. For example, if you want to start reading, you could choose a specific time and place each day to read. This will help you build the habit into your daily routine and make it easier to stick to. Having mentioned that we can use pre-existing habits to develop new ones, it's time to introduce a method called habit stacking. The habit stacking formula is simple. After current habit, I will new habit. For example, if your current habit is brushing your teeth in the morning, you can pair it with a new habit of writing down a to-do list for the day right after. By linking the 2 habits together, you create a trigger that helps you remember to perform the new habit. Small changes in context can lead to significant changes in behavior over time. When we make the cue of good habits obvious in our environment, we increase our chances of performing them consistently. We are more likely to notice cues that stand out, so we can use visual reminders, such as Post-it note, to help us remember to perform the new habit. As we repeat the new habit, it becomes associated with the initial trigger and the entire context surrounding the behavior, meaning the context becomes the cue. Since making a good habit obvious is a positive thing to do, this means that in order to eliminate a bad habit is to reduce exposure to the cue that causes it. So, for example, if you habitually snack while watching TV, you can remove the snacks from the room or switch to a healthier alternative. It's important to note that self-control is a short-term strategy, not a long-term one. People with high self-control tend to spend less time in tempting situations because avoiding temptation is easier than resisting it. Therefore, creating a positive environment that supports your desired habits is key to long-term success. Habit stacking can be an effective tool for creating or changing new habits. By pairing a new habit with an existing habit and making the cue of good habits obvious in our environment, we can make small changes that lead to significant results over time. Law number 2. Make it attractive. This law states that the more attractive a behavior is, the more likely it is to become habit-forming. This is because habits are driven by a dopamine feedback loop. So when your dopamine rises, your motivation to act does too. This is why it's important to create an environment that makes our habits more attractive. One way to make our habits more attractive is through temptation bundling. This strategy involves pairing an action we want to do with an action we need to do. For example, listening to an audiobook while exercising can make a habit of exercising more attractive. It makes the less attractive behavior more desirable by combining it with a more attractive behavior. By bundling a behavior you need to do with one you want to do, you can make it easier to stick to your habits. You can even combine temptation bundling with the habit stacking strategy to create a set of rules to guide your behavior. The habit stacking plus temptation bundling formula involves linking a current habit with a habit you need to adopt, and then linking that habit with a desirable behavior you enjoy. After current habit, I will habit I need. After habit I need, I will habit I want. It's important to note that every behavior has a surface-level craving and a deeper underlying motive. Our habits are modern-day solutions to ancient desires. This is why it's crucial to understand the underlying motive behind our habits to change them effectively. Making a certain behavior unattractive can be just as effective as making it attractive. Highlighting the benefits of avoiding a bad habit can make it seem unattractive. For example, if someone wants to quit drinking, they can focus on the health benefits of quitting rather than the negative consequences. Making your habits more attractive is a crucial part of behavior change. Understanding the role of dopamine and our underlying motives can help us create an environment that makes our desired habits more appealing. Additionally, making a behavior unattractive and creating a motivation ritual can help us break bad habits and build better ones. Law number 3. Make it easy. Human behavior follows the law of least effort, meaning we will naturally gravitate toward the option requiring the least amount of work. It is then crucial to make doing the right thing as easy as possible. This means we should reduce the friction associated with good actions and increase the friction associated with bad actions. Habit formation is the process by which a behavior becomes progressively more automatic through repetition. The amount of time you have been performing a habit is not as important as the number of times you have performed it. In fact, many habits can be completed in a few seconds, but continue to impact your behavior for minutes or hours afterward. Many habits occur at decisive moments, choices that are like a fork in the road, and either send you in the direction of a productive day or an unproductive one. The 2-minute rule states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do so. The inversion of the third law of behavior change is to make it difficult. This principle suggests that increasing the friction associated with bad behaviors can make them more difficult to perform, hence making it easier to stick to good habits. Psychologists call a commitment device a choice you can make in the present that locks in better behavior in the future. But of course, automating your habits is the ultimate way to lock in future behavior. One-time choices like buying a better mattress or enrolling in an automatic savings plan are single actions that automate your future habits and deliver increasing returns over time. Using technology to automate your habits is the most reliable and effective way to guarantee the right behavior. By creating an environment that makes good habits easy and bad habits difficult, and automating your habits, you can set yourself up for success. Law number 4. make it satisfying. When it comes to forming new habits or breaking bad ones, this law might be the most important. Make it satisfying. It says that we are more likely to repeat a behavior when we find it immediately satisfying. This is because our brains are wired to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed rewards, and what is immediately rewarded is more likely to be repeated. One of the most satisfying feelings is the feeling of making progress. We like to see that we are moving forward, no matter how small the steps are. A habit tracker can help us do this, as it provides an easy method of measuring your progress. Using it, you can visually see your progress and feel a sense of accomplishment. It's important not to break the chain and try to keep your habit streak alive. If you miss one day, don't let it discourage you. The key is to never miss twice in a row and try to get back on track as quickly as possible. The inversion of the fourth law of behavior change is to make it unsatisfying. If a bad habit is painful or unsatisfying, we are less likely to repeat it. An accountability partner can help create an immediate cost to inaction. When we care deeply about what others think of us, we do not want to disappoint them. Making a habit satisfying by measuring progress through a habit tracker or adding social costs through an accountability partner or habit contract can help keep us on track. By picking the right habit, we can ensure that progress is easy and we can achieve our goals.